What is up, folks? This is Dom again, recording another M14 8.4 release draft. Now we just joined the queue. We've got 7 players going, and here we go. There's no one in the queue I know, unfortunately. I always like that. And let's just have a look at what this pack has to offer here. Immediately we could see that the best cards are probably red. There's Volcanic Geyser and Chandra's Outrage, probably the 2 best cards in a pack. And there's also Nefalia Sea Kite to mention, and apart from that, not very much actually. I like Illusory Armor, but it's not crazy good. Disperser is definitely serviceable. Maybe just want to try this Trading Post. I think I actually tried it out once and it was terrible. Yeah, I tried it out once and it was terrible. It just didn't do anything. I just don't think that a Dirtly kind of Trading Post deck is where you want to be in this format. I think it's definitely between the 2 red cards. I just like red too much in this format, and I actually think that Chandra's Outrage is better than Volcanic Geyser. Reason being, it's more mana efficient. I've mentioned it before, Volcanic Geyser is just always sort of trading down. When you think like of how much mana you need to kill a 3-drop, it's mostly like 4, and for killing a 4-drop you need 5 mana and so on. So it's just not really worth it most of the time. Now, now here, looking at the pack, the best cards are probably Pacifism, followed by Deadly Recluse and Sentinel Sliver. If you want to stay red, we can pick up an Academy Raider, but as much as I do like consistency and don't like white, I think I've never passed the Pacifism that early in the draft for something like an Academy Raider. What we could try out, however, is the red-black sacrifice kind of red-black sacrifice deck, and for that deck, Bloodburn would be probably the correct pick. Yeah, it's for me it's between Bloodburn and Pacifism, and I just can't make myself picking white cards in this format. White is just I just don't like white. I mean, you can judge me. You can judge me if you want. I'll take it, but I'm gonna pick Bloodburn here, looking for this red black sack deck. Probably immediately punished. Yeah, there we go. Sentinel Sliver is by far the best card in this pack, but at this point we have committed, and once you're committed, I don't think there's a way for you to change your mind really in this format, because you can see by looking at this pack the amount of playables is sometimes very, very low. I mean, in this pack, which cards do you really want in your main deck? Probably only it's probably only the Sentinel Sliver. All the other cards you could play in your main deck, but you're not going to be excited about that. For me, I'm just going to pick the Nightwing Shade. I like it. I don't like it that much. I like it more than Cyclops Tyrant, and I like it more than going into a 3rd color. If I would just, I agree, Sentinel Sliver is the best card in pack, but we just passed the Pacifism and some of the white cards, so I'm just going to stick to my guns and pick the Nightwing Shade. And here we go, Act of Treason. It's exactly what we needed. Yeah, we're going to pick that here. Other options include Death Gaze, Cockatrice, or Festering You, both of which are decent, but not the very best. Time Up is a card I like a lot, especially in the deck I drafted twice in the video before. It was sort of a red-black aggro deck. But here, yeah, I'm just going to go for Act of Treason. I want to try this sacrifice deck. I did it once. It was pretty strong. I think it didn't, yeah, there we go. I tried it out once, it was pretty strong, so yeah, let's see if it works again. Yeah, no red or black card for us to pick whatsoever. Also the white cards, even though the white cards in the backpacks before were pretty strong, here you can see why I don't like white. You really quickly your level of commons goes down to levels of Capacious and Siege Mastodon, and these cards are fine. I don't have anything against them, but they just don't fit into any deck. They're not like synergistic cards. Capacious is just an early drop that can measure up some defenses, and Siege Mastodon, yeah, it's kind of whatever. I'm just going to go for Giant Growth here. I think it's the best card in the pack, and there's nothing for us, so Giant Growth has it. Okay, let's see. Oh, another Active Treason and another Black Band. So this pick I'm actually really not sure about. You have a lot of different sacrifice effects. You have Bloodburn, there's Barrage of Expendables, there's Altus Reap, there's the Cauldron. Yeah, there are just more sacrifice cards than there are things you want to sacrifice. Things you want to sacrifice include like tokens from Molten but the Young Pyromancer, stuff you steal with Act of Treason, and yeah, all that kind of stuff. However, I think picking Bloodburn here is a little bit safer because it's still a creature, and if we don't end up with that many stuff... no, come on, nah, never mind. I'm just going to go for Active Treason. We're going to be able to pick up more sacrifice effects down the line. Here we go. Another Bloodburn. There's also Canyon Minotaur, which is a solid card. But yeah, it's really not that much of a question. We can again see that white would have been pretty open, but even with white being open, see, you just get mediocre cards. You get like Griffin Sentinels or Stonehorn Chanters. It's just not that profitable to be in white. That's all I'm saying. Now we would like some 2-drops. I'm gonna hide that. Yeah, here we just pick Canyon Minotaur. It's a nice card. Green is sort of open. The Illusory Armor did wheel, so did... For us though, is the choice between Dark Favor and Wild Guess. Not entirely sure. I think my decks... I never really want Wild Guess. Wild Guess is the kind of a card that I'm willing to play if I really don't have enough playables. And there's probably some decks in which Dark Favor is good. So I'm going to go for the upside here. I'm just going to pick Mind Rot. I don't think that Rot of Ruin is really it's really main deck playable. Cyclops Tyrant, which I'm not going to play. A Spore Mound, which I liked in the beginning, but it's just a little bit slow. It doesn't really do anything really. It doesn't do anything good. It just does all the things. How do I state that? It doesn't exceed in any of its roles. It's okay at stabilizing, it's okay at advancing your board state, but it's not exceeding in any of these roles. So yeah, I like where this is going. We've got one removal spell only, but we got double Active Treason, double Bloodburn, so we might be well on our way to a good red black sacrifice deck. Yeah. So just a little bit while I'm blowing my nose. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. Ooh, Chandra Pyromaster, you say? Cometh the hour, cometh the girl. That's what my father always said. Of course, he didn't say it in English, but... anyways, let's see what this little girl does. It pings stuff, it pings a creature player, and the creature can block, it draws you some cards. Yeah, it's really nothing to scoff at, not gonna lie. We've got Corpse Hauler and Goblin Shortcutter as the good cards to wheel, but I don't really know if you really can get if you can get one of them back. So let's just count this. Chandra is 1, Howl of the Night Pack 2, Scroll Thief 3, 4 with Shortcutter 5, 6, 7. Yeah, there's a possibility if Ret is really on the draft that we could get Goblin Shortcutter back, but I don't expect it to come back actually. Let's just hide this. Here we do have Corrupt. Corrupt is a strong card, but with 2 double red cards, I'm afraid I'm going to pass on that because I really want to play solid mana base to support the double red cards. So I want at least 8 mountains, which means that I'm going to the highest I can play is like 9 swamps, and I just think with 9 swamps it's like off the board is definitely on the low side for Corrupt. I would always like my Corrupt decks having at least 10 if not 11 swamps. So what I'm gonna pick here is Pitch Burn Devils. It works nicely with Bloodburn and is a good card on its own. Fast Renew was another idea, but I don't love that. I'm not in love with that. So here we could go for another Act of Treason, or a mediocre creature in Regath and Firecat or Deathgaze Cockatrice. And don't want to play this Dark Favor, by the way. If it's good, I'm gonna bring it in again, but also this Mind Rot's really nothing exciting. Act of Treason is a little bit more the speculative pick. We definitely want one more sacrifice outlet, then we want Acts of Treason. So I'm not sure. I think we might just pass on that. But then again, our whole deck wants to take advantage of Acts of Treason. So yeah, and I'm really not. Don't get me wrong. Regath and Firecat is a good card. Is a good aggressive card, but this deck is not as aggressive as like the blue-red kind of deck that was drafting for. In that case, Cockatrice just fails to impress me whenever I run it, just because it's a 2/2 for 4, which is a little bit expensive. Oh, Young Pyromancer, there we go. That's a very nice pickup. Most importantly, because it's a 2-drop, and I mentioned it a dozen times before. There's a huge shortage of 2-drops in this format. Plus, Young Pyromancer works really nicely in this with the sacrifice theme, because it gives you fresh little bodies whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell. It gives you a fresh little body to sacrifice. So yeah, I think there's not much thinking involved here. So here we have, for our deck, we have Duress, Lightning Talons, Canyon Minotaur, and Minotaur Abomination. I think I'm just again going to pick up the Canyon Minotaur. I don't love this card, but it's okay. Hillchunk is always just okay, and I don't want mainboard Duress. I don't want Lightning Talons in this kind of deck. I like Lightning Talons in blue-red, but in red-black I really don't like it all that much. And Minotaur Abomination is just a little bit on the expensive side, so I'm gonna go for the Canyon Minotaur. Here we have nothing. Thunderstrike, I guess. Thunderstrike is okay. Best card again is probably a white one, probably Sentinel's Liver. Also Time Up and Frost Breath are two cards I like in my red decks. We can see that black is probably a little bit overdrafted, because we didn't get a single good black card, but we don't really need that many great black cards. We mainly just want Bloodburns and some other sacrifice stuff. So I'm gonna pick this on Thunderstrike here and just see where this goes. Oh, Barrage of Expendables, there we go. Barrage of Expendables is one of the better sack outlets. I'm definitely just gonna pick that. Dragon Hatchling is nothing I really love. So here we see this. Now it starts to get a little bit hairy, because we could pick up our 4th Act of Treason, but we only have 3 sack outlets so far. And Dragon Egg is actually also kind of strong in this theme. Plus it's an uncommon. So yeah, I think I'm gonna go with Dragon Egg here, mainly because it's a creature. Mainly just because it's something that can block and help us to not get killed. But also works in the sacrifice plan. We've got 3 Acts of Treason already, so that should be. Oh, the shortcut that did wheel. Okay, there we go. So we're almost mono red with a slight splash of black for the Bloodburns, but mainly just a mono red / little bit of black sacrifice kind of deck. I'm gonna pick Ranger's Guile here. It's a card that's pretty annoying to play against, and the Firecat did wheel. That's pretty strong. I like myself a Firecat. Meow, I say. Seismic Stomp or Minotaur Abomination. I'm gonna go with Seismic Stomp here. I really don't like the Minotaur. Lightning Talons. All the cards I played to very much success in my previous draft, like Seismic Stomp and Lightning Talons. They're just wheeling. People don't like red in this format, obviously. I love red. Red aggressive decks, something really nice. In red synergy decks like this one is also something nice. So we got 19 playables, including some stinkers like the Seismic Stomp, which we probably not aggro enough. But still, it works pretty nicely with Bloodburn, where you can just reach out and kill them. We got a little bit of a high spell count. We already have 9 non-creatures. I'm definitely not gonna play this Lightning Talents, Triple Act, Outrage, Thunderstrike. I probably cut Seismic Stomp before, probably cut Thunderstrike before I cut Seismic Stomp, but I don't really know. Oh, Doomblade. Yeah, not gonna reject the Doomblade, not at all. Doomblade is just one of the best black cards there is in the whole format. Looking at what could wheel, we could wheel a barrage of expendables. I'd actually prefer the Vampire Warlord just because it's a guy. Because I wheel a Corpse Hauler, but yeah, we're definitely gonna wheel some of these mediocre black cards. Maybe the barrage, maybe only the barrage, but that's fine. I'm just gonna pick Doomblade here. I wonder if Chandra's worth anything. I don't think so, but... Oh, Concord! Concord is in the pack. And we're not gonna pick him. Sigh. Sigh. I like Concord. I hope whoever gets this is can play to great success. Just please not against me. We got the combo of Dark Prophecy Corrupt in this pack, which we also can't pick just because we're splashing black as it is. Or splashing black, just probably playing like 7 or 6 swamps in this deck. So we really can't pick Dark Prophecy or Corrupt. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna go with Altus Reap. Then again, it's another non-creature. And we already have like 9 non-creatures we want to play. Or 8 if we got either a Seismic Stomp or Thunderstrike. And 8 is actually the number I prefer here. So I'm... as mediocre as it seems, I'm just going to go with Dragon Hatchling, just because it's a guy that can attack. And in a very heavy red deck, it's also... Dragon Hatchling can do some damage. Now here we have Molten Birth, Academy Raider and Accursed Spirit as the possible options. Molten Birth seems to work pretty nicely in this kind of deck with like the Sacrifice stuff, the Young Pyromancer. Accursed Spirit is very strong though. I think I'm gonna go with Synergy over Power here though and pick up the Molten Birth. Curse Spirit is fine as I said, but I like my synergies. Oh, Marauding Molehorn. We have the choice between Marauding Molehorn and Corpse Hauler. Normally I think Marauding Molehorn is the stronger card. And we have 3 2-drops already, so that might just be enough, I think. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the just more powerful card in Marauding Molehorn. Corpse Hauler is good and it's a 2-drop, but we only have 2 4s, and I just think Marauding Molehorn is a little bit better, just as a Juggernaut. Juggernauts are always fine. Grim Return. Another Concord, man. People really don't know how good this card is. Just slam it. If you open it, just slam it. This card is nuts. Grim Return, yeah. This does actually work. Yeah, it does actually work with other sacrifice stuff. We could steal a card, then sack it, and Grim Return it. So yeah, that seems a little bit sketchy, but there's nothing else really in the pack for us, so we're gonna pick the Grim Return and see what we can do with it. So Witch Stalker still in the back. That's a very strong card. For us, there's Mark of the Vampire and Blur Sliver, and we're again a little bit short on guys. I mean, we have this Molten Burst, so that's a 13th guy, but then still Dragon Egg doesn't attack, and I think we just might need the Blur Sliver a little bit more. Plus, Mark of the Vampire has really good evasion cards, which we have none, except for this Nightwing Shade. But putting your 4 casting cost enchantment on a 5 casting cost 2/2 is just asking for trouble, I think. So I'm just gonna go with the Blur Sliver. Witchstalker pains me, but yeah, nothing we can really do here. Yeah, I'm probably just gonna de-draft something, maybe a Negate. Yeah, I think Negate is the card we're most afraid of. It counters our Chandra and everything, so yeah. Get out of here, Negate. Get out of here. Oh, Strionic Resonator. I wonder what that's all about. If any of you guys figured out a use for that, please let me know. I never came to... I never came over anything that I want to do with like this giant ass tuning fork. Let's just go with Giant Spider here. Giant Spider's annoying. We did wield the Vampire Warlord, which is very nice, very nice indeed. Works pretty neatly with our Act of Treasons. And an Altar's Reap, yeah, sure. We have to make some cuts, but I'm gonna decide on that later. So just pick another Altar's Reap. I think now we just have enough guys. 15 with the Molten Buff just seems nice. Fortify is the strongest card in his pack. Shrivel, Shrivel kills our Pyromancer and all his tokens, so we really don't want that to happen. And Catch. Why did they get rid of? Why did they have to get rid of the old flavor text? The old flavor text just was Catch, and now here they're talking about some non-existent Cinder Hatchet nonsense. Yeah, I did like my catchy one-liner flavor text. I think this deck came out nicely. We would have liked another block ban, but I think we do have enough sack outlets, so let's see. We're definitely gonna play all of our guys because we have to, I think. So, Chantress, this is not our guy. Double Minotaur, Molten Birth, Firecat, Dragon Egg, Blur's Liver, Pyromancer, Shortcutter. That's 14. So we could play the Dragon Hatchling, but we don't have to. Yeah, I think we don't really want to play the Dragon Hatchling. I'd rather just play a Blur's Liver, just to get in there. Dragon Hatchling the problem with Dragon Hatchling is if you play early on, if you want to deal damage with it, get out of here, Dragon Hatchling. No, I'm not gonna play with you. Yeah, the problem with Dragon Hatchling is early on, if you play early and you want to deal damage with it, it's just so taxing on the mana, and you're not doing anything else then. Or maybe you're doing like 1 damage because you have 1 left over mana, but that's about it. And if you want to deal a lot of damage, you can't really play anything else in the same turn. So I see as sort of a finisher, which we do have. We don't really need finishers in this deck. Let's see what I forgot. The Doomblade, sure. So we got 21 cards that we're definitely going to play, and some maybes. Dragon Hatchling is still a maybe. I'm not gonna never play it though. As it is. Altar's Reap is okay. Grim Return is something I would like to try out. I don't think we're a Shrivel or Dark Favor deck, so these are out of the question. Let's see. We do have 1, 2, 3, 4 sacrifice cards, so we could play another one. Yeah, I think I'm gonna play one of the Altar's Reaps, just to have something else to sacrifice. Right now we have 14 guys, which is on the low end, but I think we're still fine. We have this Grim Return, which, as I said, is something I would like to try out. For me, the question here comes down to Grim Return or Dragon Hatchling. I think Thunderstrike is not synergistic enough for us to be playing it. We're not that aggressive. I mean, we have Dragon Egg in our deck and only 2/2 drops, so I think we're not the most aggressive deck. So I don't really want to play Thunderstrike. Mind Rot is just kind of whatever. Yeah, so I think for me it's really between Dragon Hatchling and Grim Return. I want to try this Grim Return. The idea of stealing a guy, sacking it to block ban, Grim Returning it back to play, etc., etc., or just Grim Returning a Pitchburn Devil, sacrificing and returning it, kind of appeals to me. I know it's 3 mana, it just seems a little bit quirky, but isn't it just a 3 mana Undying Evil? I know it's target creature card in a graveyard that was put there. Yeah, it's different. It's in a graveyard, so it's Undying Evil for opponents' guys as well. Yeah, but I just want to try out this Grim Return. Plus, if we play another instant, that means we might get another token of Young Pyromancer, but it's a little bit far-fetched, but whatever. And Dragon Hatchling is just nothing I'm in love with, as I mentioned before, so let's sort this thing by color and look at the stats. Yeah, we have way more red. We also have Barrage of Expendables, which needs red mana to activate. So I think at least 10-7. At least 10-7. Modo says 12-5, which is definitely wrong. I'm tending towards 10-7 here. We have a couple of double red cards. And I think with 10 bounties we should be fine. There might be an argument for 11-6, but then again we have Bloodbands, which we want to hit on turn 3. And our black cards are pretty powerful. And just, I have this basic rule that when in doubt, I'm always going for the more balanced approach. So if I have to decide between 10-7 and 11-6 and 10-7, I usually go for 10-7. If I have to decide between 9-8 and 10-7, I usually go for 9-8. But here I think it's between 10-7 and 11-6. So I'm gonna go for 10-7, if that makes sense for you. Okay, so this is a sweet little deck. Got a sweet little Chandra action going on here. And we're gonna see if we can make something happen with it, and see you guys for round 1. Boo. Wow, that was fast. Okay guys, welcome to round 1. This hand is not the best. It doesn't have any active treasons or sacrifice stuff just yet. But we do have mana and some guys. So I don't think we can really mulligan it, even though the hand is mediocre. So yeah, let's just run this green. Land Elvish Mystic. This is something I'm very afraid of actually. I think Land Elvish Mystic is just always trouble. Drew a Blur Sliver, which is kind of mediocre. So I think against the green decks we really, especially against green-white, I think we're not the beatdown. I think they have too many efficient guys for us to be the beatdown. Just usually, I think we want to play a little bit of a longer game. But let's see what this gentleman can come up with. Smacks us with his Llanowar Elf. Sentinel Sliver. Okay, oh, we drew a Bloodburn. That's something. That is definitely something. I think I'm gonna run out the Blur Sliver next turn, except if he plays like another Sliver. Then I'm probably gonna have to trade that off with. I was more thinking in terms of like Predatory Sliver. So he attacks us for 3. So we probably want to trade something off next turn. It might just be the Firecat actually, just because that will trade off compared to Blur Sliver, which could just get Giant Growth. But Regath and Firecat can also just get Giant Growth. Yeah, the thing is, if he has Giant Growth, both of our guys will just not trade all that well. And Regath and Firecat can still trade with like a Baloth later on in the game. So I'm just gonna go for Blur Sliver here and not attack. Definitely want to trade off with the Sentinel Sliver if it's possible. Then next turn we're gonna throw down a Canyon Minotaur and hopefully be able to stabilize from there, taking advantage of our Bloodburn, maybe draw an Act of Treason down the line. Yeah, I don't love where we are right now, because next turn you will have access to 6 mana. It draws a land, and that's definitely something to be afraid of, since we have no removal in our hand. Our deck doesn't actually have that many removal spells. It has the active treasons and sacrifice shenanigans, but apart from that, I think we only have Doomblade and Outrage. And Chandra sort of counts, but not really. So he is tanking about something. It's probably just doing something but thing. Ah, there we go. So let's see what he can come up with. If he goes like Megantic Sliver here, I think we're just dead. So please don't Megantic Sliver us, sir. Please don't. Yeah, I don't know what I think about green white. It can definitely do stuff, but not having removal is just. Garruk's Horde. Oh yeah, he had 8 and 7 mana even. Huh. Garruk's Horde. Jesus. Yeah, we really need Act of Treason here. Yeah, we really do need Act of Treason or Doomblade ASAP. So we're not gonna block the Garruk's Horde whatsoever. Yeah, this looks kind of hairy. So I think we do have to set up for active treason here. Let's just run out the block bear and hope we draw the act. Again, trade off Blur's liver for Sentinel's liver if he allows us to do so, and just take our 7 here. Man, that was fast. And whoop on Behemoth as well. Yeah, this is rough. This is going to be rough, guys. I don't know. I don't think that we can win from here. If we draw active treason, we can steal the Garruk's Horde, attack and sacrifice it, but then we still have this whoop bomb Behemoth to deal with. It's not going to be the easiest. He doesn't seem to have any more lands though, so at least this guy's not going to be an 8-8. 8-8 trample even. Yeah, it would be sweet to wait for an opportunity to Grim return his Garruk's Horde. Man, he even had a 2-drop on top. We're getting wrenched here, guys. Yeah, I think there's no point in blocking this thing. I'd much rather just leave the guy around. That was not an act of treason. That was not an act of treason at all. So let's just run out our biggest guy and hope that he doesn't attack us with everything, because I think we're dead if he does, right? No, we're not dead, but take 7 from this, block this, block this, block this. Yeah, I think we're actually dead. I think if he attacks with everything, we're actually just dead. Let's hope he doesn't. Let's hope just attacks with this Garruk's Horde and this Behemoth, so we can double block the Behemoth. But he's probably not going to. Nah, I think he should attack with the worm as well. No, he just attacks with these 2. So we're going to double block the Behemoth and go to 2. Yeah, I like our spot. And with I like our spot is I hate our spot. Yeah, we're just gonna get wrenched. He even has a pump spell, okay. Yeah, so we're just dead. Let's sacrifice some of our guys for good measure. Man, this was embarrassing. Yeah, let's not bother with that, let's just scoop. Man, that was embarrassing. Why would he reveal his hand? Guys, never reveal your hand. Now I know he has Hunter Week. Never do that. And he also drew cards, revealing the top card. This guy's really cocky. I mean, his deck is strong, and what he just did to us was demoralizing, but just never do that, guys. Just never do that. It's always bad. It's always just bad tech to do so. So I think against the green-white ramp / sliver big stuff deck, I don't really know. I won't mind Rocket. There could be a sweet turn where he like accelerates out a medium guy, has few cards in hand and sets up to play like an early big guy, and we can then mind rot him, but that's not really something I'm all that excited about. We could board in this Cyclops Tyrant, but it's not gonna really help out all that well, because most of his guys are either really big or really small. Seismic Stomp is maybe something, because we have to win early on. But I don't think we have to, because we have these active treasons. He has big guys, and usually active treasons work nicely against big guys. Is this something that's just outright terrible against him? Don't know. Maybe this Nightwing Shade. Maybe this barrage of expendables. But I think I want to just leave it as it is. Hope we can do better. We're definitely going to play first. And this hand is a mulligan, because it only has 1 land. This hand is not terrible. Not terrible. I'm just gonna keep it. Yeah, if we draw a land, we can always play our Bloodburn. He mulliganed down to 6 as well. Okay, that's something. If we draw land, we can play our Bloodburn, and then if we draw Mountain, we can play Chandra or Molten Birth. So this hand looks decent, except for when he starts to like vomit out his guys as he did before. We'll run out this barrage of expendables, which looks really terrible right now. But that's what it is in synergy / combo decks. Your combo pieces sometimes just don't do enough on their own. There we go. So let's run out Blockburn for now, I think, and pass the turn. Yeah, I'm really not sure what else you think about green-white. I just don't like decks that don't have that much removal. I know he has Hunter Weak. Oh, he has no third land. So we're just probably gonna slam down this Chandra and start doing some stuff. However, I think with him having no lands, I think we just want to apply pressure as much as we can. And Canyon Minotaur is still better at applying pressure than Chandra. I mean, Chandra's ultimate is... if we want to slam down Chandra and just go for ultimate... Her ultimate is okay, but it's nothing like... he just scoops. That was early. This is a really emotional player, I think. He either just crushes us and like shows him Duster still had all these, and if it doesn't work, he just scoops. Yeah, not the most interactive games. Because I bought out this Nightwing Shade on the draw, because we might need this Thunder Strike to make something happen. Just because our guys are pretty tiny, and that would maybe allow us to trade with like a big guy. Yeah, I actually like that. It puts down our creature count to only 13 though, so that's definitely low, but I still think it might just be correct. Let's see. Yeah, I think I like that, just because this thing can trade with like a Baloth or his 2/4 or the 4/4 that becomes an 8/8. This hand is not the best again, but I'm gonna keep it, because if we draw a Swamp we can play your Doomblade, and if we draw some other lands we can play Firecat. And there's the Swamp. Nice, nice. Apart from that, we don't have that many sacrifice interactions again, and he's again ramping out like crazy. Yeah, I don't know. We could Doomblade his Root Waller right now, and I think we're going to if he spends the mana. But if he doesn't, we could. The thing is, we can also just trade it off with Reketh and Firecat, and I think that's more likely what I want to do here. But I don't know. If he slams Trollhide on it, we're definitely gonna Doomblade it. That's for sure. Let's see, he can't really pump it and then play Hunter Weak to kill off a Firecat. He could Hunter Weak his Elvish Mystic to kill off a Firecat. No, you know what? I think I'm gonna slow roll the Doomblade, except for when he plays like Trollhide. But I'd much rather just trade our Firecat for his Root Waller, if possible. Or just kill his 4-drop if he has it. If he had like a Baloth or something. Huh. He smacks us with only Root Waller. Yeah, I think we're gonna just take our 2 damage here. I hope he pumps it, because if he pumps it, yeah, he does pump it. That means he doesn't have that much apart from that. Or maybe just probably indicates that he has some expensive cards in his hand, because otherwise he probably wouldn't have kept his hand. So this is another reason to just keep the Doomblade around. So we're going to throw down our Firecat here, with the intention to trade it for Root Waller, or just run it into a pump spell. You know, green-white does have a ton of pump spells, so that's definitely something that could happen. Next turn, we're probably going to slam down his Canyon Minotaur, and the turn after that we can actually Grim Return his biggest guy and Doomblade it. That's something I didn't even think about. So if he goes for like a crazy early Garruk's Hold again, or the Wukbon Behemoth, we could just do that next turn. And it's even instant, so if he just runs his stuff into that, then that could lead to a very nice situation for us. He just attacks with Sentinel Sliver. Now what do we think about that? The thing is, next turn, if we play the Minotaur, we don't have anything left to trade for the Root Waller. And I think now he's just gonna play out a big guy. Yeah, I think taking 2 here is okay, because that guy's gonna get blanked by Minotaur pretty easily. Yeah, now he just runs out the 5-drop that we can again trade for with Reketh and Firecat. So we're gonna slam down our Minotaur. probably going to lose it to a pump spell is my guess, but then, see, now we can, no, now it's actually a little bit different, because we want this Whoop on Behemoth to stick around so that we can Grim Return it, but now we can just trade this for one of his guys, trade this, and then next turn we don't have anything on the board, we just pass, and then he definitely just attacks into us. Yeah, I think we're actually just gonna trade that for Root Walla, just because next turn we want to Doomblade Grim Return this guy here. That means he doesn't have to pump it and can run out something even bigger, but then we're gonna steal his even bigger thing. Yeah. Oh yes, Show of Valor anyways, okay. So I'm glad to have drawn out the combat trick here. We're taking some damage here, I agree, but see, he doesn't really seem to have all that much. Huh, Chandra's Outrage. Guys, I don't know if this plan is too cheeky. I really don't know, but I want to do it. I really, really want to do it. Problem is, if we problem is they still just trades for Root Walla and we just 2 for 2'd him. So now we could actually attack with Minotaur, which would then make him attack with all of his guys. We Doomblade Grim Return that thing and take block the Sentinel's level, take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, go down to 4, which is a little bit risky. Yeah, I think it's just a little bit too risky. So I think I'm just gonna go for my old plan. Just Doomblade Grim Return his Whoop-born Behemoth and probably just trade it for Root Walla at this point. Yeah, there's definitely an argument for not doing so. He even attacks us with everything. He might have Fortify and we might just lose, but let's see if we do this correctly. Choose target creature got in a graveyard that was put there on the battlefield this turn, return it to the battlefield under your control. Okay, so we Doomblade his Whoop-born Behemoth. Boom. Hopefully it doesn't have the Rangers guy. If it just top deck Rangers guy, that would just screw us over like hard. But we probably would have deserved that for being greedy. For being a greedy little guy. Yeah, get that thing out of here. Come on. Get that wooden bastard out of here. We don't want that in our hood. We really don't want that in our neighborhood. Not at all. I think now I'm just gonna block one of the elves and the sentinels there and just go down to 5. I don't mind going down to 5 with this outrage still in our hand. And Grim Return. It's grimly returning to our side of the battlefield. Boom. The combo seems to work. It's not actually card advantage, it's just getting his biggest guy, and yeah. Should we just trade for Root Walla? But we have this outrage, I can always trade for Root Walla, so I don't want to. I really don't want to. And he obviously doesn't have another very big guy in like Garrick's Hall, otherwise he just wouldn't have attacked. 5, yeah. Yeah, that's okay. Now we play a 6th land. Yeah, he can smack us with Mystic as long as he wants. Now the thing is we're at pretty low life total, and if his last card is a pump spell, which might well be the case, then if we play during his turn after we attacked with both of our guys, we just die. We just flat out die. So that's something I don't love. So I would actually like to make sure that we get his Root Walla like right now. Let's see if it's a giant growth, what happens? If we block with Canyon Minotaur, he pumps the Root Walla, and then we Chandra's Outrage in him, and then he giant growths it. Then we still just 2 for 2, right? So we can attack with Whoop-born Behemoth. But if it's another Show of Valor, his guy is going to be a 6/8, which means that he kills a Minotaur and we yeah, he just 2-for-1s us. I think this Wood Bomb Behemoth is going to be how we win this game, because we are only one land away from it being an 8/8. We could also just run a Vampire Warlord and just trade for the Rubala, sacrificing like the Minotaur to regenerate it. Yeah, I think this is actually the best. I think it's actually the best sequence of plays. We lose to like something crazy like Double Palm Spell, or an Enlarge, but I don't think there's really much here that can beat an Enlarge. I mean, keeping Chandra's Outrage open is something, but being at such a low life total. The other thing is that we're just flat out losing as pacifism. But you know, we decided on the line and we're gonna do that, and we're gonna do it like the way we intended it to. And he would have to protect the pacifism. Yes, Fiend Slayer Paladin. Now that guy can't be targeted by a Chandra's Outrage, but that doesn't keep us from just attacking into it. So I think we're still fine. And he obviously doesn't have much. He doesn't have a pacifism, otherwise he would just have killed us. So I think we're still in decent shape. See, there's another land. Now we can attacking with Vampire Warlord doesn't really do anything. And we won't keep Canyon Minotaur back to block his Fiend Slayer. I think we're just going to attack with Wood Bomb Behemoth. He's probably going to want to trade with Rootwalla, and then he pumps him with Chandra's Outrage. Yeah, that seems good. That seems okay. So, boom. He's gonna block and pump. Is he even going to double block? No. Just gonna block and pump, obviously. Then we're going to outrage this thing. Get out of here. Get out of here. Don't want you around there anymore, boy. Stupid little lizard. Yeah, so next turn we're gonna have this 8/8 here, which is going to be nice. Definitely going to be nice. What does he have? An expensive guy. Dawn Strike Paladin. That's something, but nothing our Canyon Minotaur couldn't deal with. I wonder what his last card is. Probably just a land that he's low rolling. Oh, Shorecutter. Hello. Can't be tough black or red spells, so that doesn't include black or red effects. So if we make this guy unable to block, then attack with our 8/8 and our 4/2, he will have to block it. And let's see. Can we actually win this turn? No, I don't think so. No, because of lifelink we can't, but we can make him block a Vampire Warlord and then just basically trade Shortcutter for Dawn Strike, or make him just jump block the Warlord with his Llanowar Elf. It's probably what he's going to do. So we just, if we attack with all three, he just blocks here, and survives. So that doesn't really do anything. That's just unnecessary risk. So yeah, he will have to block it either with jump block it with Elvish Mystic or trade it off with Dawn Strike Paladin. Both of which I'm fine with. They'll just take 12. That will also be fine for me. He just jump blocks it. Okay. So pass the turn. And he's at 3 life, which means that he will be at 5 life, and he just keeps. Okay, so we were able to win the first round with our needle interaction of killing his guy and stealing it. That was okay, that worked out fine. So I'm gonna pause the video and see you guys for round 2. So guys, here we are back for round 2. We did manage to win the die roll. We're gonna play first, of course, and wish our opponent good luck. This hand looks decent, although it's not amazing, but we have 3-drop into 4-drop, and should we ever draw a swamp, we can also cast a Doomblade, we can cast a Bloodburn, so this hand seems very decent actually. We're playing against Chisaton something. something rather. We draw another black card, which is not the best. Gonna have to deal with that. Oh, he's blue-black. Is he the one who got all copies of Concord here? Huh. He got all the Concords. We're gonna start off with Blur Sliver just because it does more damage. If we can follow this up with Marauding Maulhorn and then Doomblade, should he have a blocker, I think we're gonna be fine. If no, next turn we're just gonna play the Molten Birth and oh, Time Ebb. Okay, so we just both got Time Walked. That's okay, that's fine. Time Ebb is not the best if you're playing on a Haze guy, but still, Time Ebb is never card disadvantage because you're putting it on your opponent's library, so he misses on a draw step. Yeah, his card is always nice. I like Time Ebb. I maybe like it more than I should, but I do. It's what I do. I like myself tempo cards. There we go. There we go. Okay. So now we're just gonna smack with Blur Sliver. He's probably not gonna trade. No, of course not. He soon wishes he would, because now we're gonna put the pressure up. I mean, he can still trade with Marauding Maulhorn here, but that's fine. That's fine for me. And he has 5 mana available. If he plays like a good blocker, he has a Cordis Shield even. Okay. Cordis Shield equipped, but that still just trades for Maulhorn. Now it doesn't trade for Maulhorn anymore. Jesus, that's a monster. He just created a monster. Okay, I guess a Cordis Shield in concoction with a bunch of stuff and an Intimidating guy is going to work for him. It's nothing I have seen before. We'll just run out the young Pyromancer here. Yeah, I think we might just be in trouble because now he gets to eat a Maulhorn for free. With his combination of suboptimal cards, so to speak. And Doomblade doesn't do anything for us here. But if we ever draw an Active Treason, then wow! He's just going all in. He's going all in. So we go down to 6 because he can't block. Now this is going to be a little bit hairy. This is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So even if we put a whole board into this, we still can't. We still can't deal with that. So I think we just might lose against this combination of ridiculous cards. Oh man. So let's see what our routes here. If we play Nightwing Shade and block, then draw like an Active Treason. We still can't play Active Treason and Bloodburn, so that's out of the question. Now what we could do is play Nightwing Shade this turn, block, then draw Active Treason, play Bloodburn, block, and then draw what's his name? Tanking Barrage Expendables, right? Yeah. So that's one possible route to victory here. Otherwise, if we play Nightwing Shade and block, and next time we draw a land, we can play Bloodburn and Molten Birth, which will then be able to at least trade away for this guy. So I think now we just have to play Nightwing Shade and pass. So that, yeah, we have lands as possible outs. We have Active Treason into Barrage Expendables as possible outs. So we have a few outs, but not all that many actually. You really just create a monster. Vampire Warder, okay, that's something because that can block and regenerate at least. So yeah, let's just do that. Let's just trade our Blur Sliver for 8 points of life as it is. Okay. Yeah, this combination works out for him right now. I mean, it's really risky because against many decks you will just lose if you do that. But I mean, we're black-red, so we don't have. We can still have Liturgy of Blood, but yeah, black-red doesn't have all that much. Now the combination of Vampire Warlord and Molten Birth is going to keep us alive a couple more turns. If we ever draw an Active Treason, we can just steal this guy and maybe do something. So now we're just gonna run out the Molten Birth here, hope to win the flip. Let's choose, what shall we choose, heads or tails? Let's choose heads. Yeah, heads sounds good. Well, we lost. Okay. That's okay. That's not the worst. So now we can block and regen. maybe kill one of his guys if we have to. So block and regen. Next turn we could technically cast Bloodburn and double block and sacrifice both of our guys as Archaeomancer. Huh. So that plan won't work as we wanted it to. So let's just draw Act of Treason, shall we? Yeah, let's just draw Act now. Act of Treason, please. That's not Act of Treason. That's the worst. Because now he's just gonna bounce a Vampire Warlord or put it back to a library. And we... So what happens if we have to play Bloodburn here in order to not die, I think. Maybe we should have Doombladed his Archaeomancer so that we can trade Bloodburn for his guy. Because now we have to... He's going to time up a Vampire Warlord. And if he time ups a Vampire Warlord, we can just sack it to Bloodburn and then trade off for his Accursed Spirit. But I think I want to use this Chandra's Outrage concoction with this Vampire Warlord to trade for that thing. He's time-mapping our Bloodburn, actually. Do we want to draw this? Don't think we do. I think we just sack it. Yeah, I think we just sack it. So sack it to regenerate a guy. So yes, this is new. Regeneration shields 1. Okay. So we can block and use up our regeneration shield. And draw Act of Treason 1 time. Yes, there we go. There we go, guys. Now we might have a negate, but I'm not gonna play around that. Just nick his dude. Get another elemental. Oh, he does have a counter spell. He has Spell Blast. So we are going to lose against the Spell Blast, Dark Favor, Accordus Shield combo deck. I don't want to sound sarcastic, but I think I'm a little bit sarcastic right now. He's on 53 life. How are we ever going to win? How are we ever going to win? Yeah, block. This is a hilarious game, by the way. I know we're losing, but it's still hilarious. He has Senke Vampire. Now he really means it. And Concord. There he is. Yeah, we're gonna have to Doomblade Concord here. Bye bye, Concord. That's what you get for betraying me. I know it was me who didn't pick you, but I blame it on you. I still blame it on you. Pitchburn Devils, now that's something. That means we can play the Devils and then not do anything with it. That's fabulous. Let's just pass the turn and keep up Chandra's Outrage. He's at 61 life. That's the worst. So we block here. Block here. No, let's not block here. No, let's not block here. Let's just take our 1 damage. So we block here. Oh, we could have... Nah, man. Yeah, of course. I got confused just for a moment. We obviously have blocked our Chaos and just sacked the token to regenerate our guy. So that was pretty stupid for my part. But never mind. So we got Chandra's Outrage, the Senke Vampire. Get another token. Regenerate our guy. Go to 5. Which we shouldn't be at. We should actually be at 6 still. Here's another Spirit. Yeah, I think we're slowly running out of options, but here we at least can play Pitchburn Devils. Block, regen, and kill off his spirit. So we're still somewhat in it. I mean, he has a ton of life, but if we ever draw another Act of Treason, we are ahead on board. You can obviously just re-equip the Occultist Shield. That's something you could do. I wonder if he realizes. Oh no, he can't, because if he does, we just ping this guy in response. Yeah, he wants to do that. This guy goes down to 5, right? So yeah, we're just gonna put a regen shield on this guy, killing his guy in response. And do the old F6. So his shield won't unequip. Does he have anything to follow it up? He let's un F6. No, now it doesn't matter because we're already regenerated. So let's just take a 1 damage again. Let's draw another act of treason. That was not act of treason. It's definitely not act of treason. So let's run out this Canyon Minotaur and just keep doing the old block and sack switcheroo. I know we're gonna run out of time here. But still, I want to see if we can actually beat this, and I think we can. If we draw Act of Treason, we can get rid of his guy, swinging our life back up to a healthy total, and he doesn't seem to have much to follow this up, actually. There's a Dragon Egg. Dragon Egg can maybe do something. At least it can do some damage. Yeah, so I still don't love our spot. I still don't love our spot at all. Are we actually just gonna time out here? That would be horrible, but I want to finish this game because it's just too hilarious not to. Let's sack this Dragon Egg, get a Dragon Token, regenerate, he goes down to up to 1,000,000 life, and has another Concord. So now with Concord, I think we have to keep our Dragon Egg back. I don't think, I know we have to keep our Dragon Egg back. So he swings with Concord and the guy, oh, he can just, yeah, of course he can just give it flying. Okay, so we're actually there. But that was that was an interesting game. Him like having all the stuff on his on his accursed spirit. Yeah, it's definitely funny. It's not funny that we lost, but still, it's all in good fun. So he's a black-blue with a couple of Concords. Maybe Dragon Hatchling is okay against a couple of Concords. What will we cut for that? Probably Molten Birth, but no. Maybe Canyon Minotaur, but no. Let's just leave it as it is. And let's play first, and this hand is fab. This hand is definitely fab. Now if he doesn't have the killer combo again, we can... It even started off really terribly because he got to trade away his... no, he got to just eat our Molehorn for free. He mulligans to 6 and down to 5. And down to 4. Okay, so that's something. Is it just me or does this Swamp here look like a cursed spirit? Duress, okay, he gets a 2-blade. This Swamp really looks like a cursed spirit. See? Yeah, so we draw another Blob Bear, which is fine. I don't know if we... Yeah, I think against our deck, Duress is fine. But I think in general, I'm not a big fan of Duress. I would board it in some situations, but I just think that trading 1 for 1 and the possibility of blanking... it just scoops. Okay. Man, we got a lot of quitters today. A lot of quitters. So, we're going to be on the draw here. But I think I'm still just going to leave it as it is. This hand is fine. Just 2-drop and 2 3-drops. So we're not going to mulligan that for sure. He doesn't have the duress this time. So we're going to run out the turn 2 Young Pyromancer, and then depending on what he has and what we draw, we can decide between Blur's Liver and Blob Bairn. And we drew a couple of mountains so far, which is not the best. He didn't draw a land. Okay, so now we're definitely just Blur's Livering him. We have to keep Nephalia Sea Kite in mind in this kind of matchup. Always against blue decks, always think about the Sea Kite. So you have Concord, a little Concord action. Mind Rot, okay. Gladly throw away 2 mountains. Mind Rot, by the way, is not what we want to do when you're under pressure. Now here he might just have another Mind Rot. I'm trying to decide what's better, if we should keep the land in hand for now. I think we actually do. Because we don't really need it, and we can still go land Chandra's Outrage. Definitely going to keep the Outrage if he Mind Rots us again. And we don't have that many 5-drops. I think we're not losing much by not playing it. Now he could have an Accursed Spirit, but we're just going to Outrage that and hit him for a bunch. Trading Post. Trading Post is also not what we want when you are behind, because it does give you life, but it doesn't improve the board state in the slightest. So I think, damn it, I misclicked. If that costs us the game, I'm gonna be really pissed. Yeah, we misclicked. Sorry guys. That was not my intention, as you could guess. There's Concord. Now against his deck, I think I want to actually spend the Doomblade on Concord if I want to spend anything. Because he doesn't seem to have that many blue guys, so yeah, I think I'm just going to push our advantage. Just going to push our advantage by playing Doomblade. So he could go up to 12. Yeah, he can go up to 12, and we deal 6, 7, 8 if we sack the token. But we don't want to sack the token. So let's just slam him for a bunch. He has to gain 4 life in order to survive. He doesn't. So we could actually sack our token now. Huh. No, but then he will just discard a card and gain 4 life. So he goes up. He goes to 1. No, he's. Let's see. Yeah, he's gonna get 4 life. He could also make a token, but then he would just die. But I still think we're going to win. It's looking very good for us here. We can kill whatever he plays this turn, like a Corpse Hauler. Let's see. 1 psychic creature, return an artifact, so our Chandra's Outrage will actually get countered and not deal the 2 damage to him. So we go up to 9, and that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's more than 9 damage. So we're just gonna do that at the end of turn, I think. Yeah, let's just do that. Maybe he doesn't even realize it. Plus, plus if he uses that to sacrifice the guy, and he doesn't even have a target, so he can't even do it. So what am I talking about? He's just gonna die. Even draw the Act of Treason for the Robins, should he have had anything. But we're just gonna smack him here. He can go up to 7, and he's still gonna take lethal. Yeah, still lethal. It's 8 damage, boy. Boom, that is it. Finals time. The finals is actually immediately going to start, because our last game took quite a while. Or our first game took quite a while, with him going up to a gazillion life. That was a funny game. He going up to 100-ish life. And we were still sort of in it, actually. Just got a message that maybe there's an EDH night going to happen. Let's just quickly respond to that. We will have to leave at 6, now it's 3, yeah, that sounds reasonable. Yeah, I really want to play some EDH tonight. Yeah, I don't know if you guys play EDH. You should. It's a fun format. If you're not, if you don't have a big casual side to you, you shouldn't. But I like casual Magic. I like spiky Magic. I like casual Magic. I like bad Magic, good Magic, hairy Magic, smelly Magic, all sorts of the Magics. I like all the Magics. Yeah, let's just quickly pause this video so that you guys don't have to listen to me rambling about stupid shit that doesn't interest you in the slightest. And it's the final countdown, playing against Captain Evil. What a nice name for an end boss. I like that. I like Captain Evil as a name. It's a really nice name for a finals opponent. It's probably related to Dr. Evil. That was maybe a little bit too obvious, but I still like it. So we're going to lead off the beatdowns with Barrage of Expendables, which does stone nothing right now. Corpse Hauler, alright. We have 2 drops. We can play our own 2 drops. Again, a blue-black deck. It's funny. 2 blue-black decks. I always wanted to try blue-black, but I see it more as a tempo deck, because black has two power commons, and that's more than any other color. So you have the most 2 power commons, so that really lends itself towards an aggressive deck. We could just trade here. What is the upside of trading here? The upside is that his guy is actually better. And we're not really a beatdown deck, so yeah, let's just trade and deny him the opportunity to get something insane back later on. Yeah, blue-black I think is more of an aggressive. Concord again! No, Concord. Why are you betraying me? Why are you not on my side? Yeah, that's what I mean. I mean, you can just go 2-drop to a 2-power black 2-drop into Concord, into like Scroll Thief or Mark of the Vampire or any of that stuff. Timer, Frost Breath. I really think you should be the sort of a tempo / aggro deck if you play blue-black. Most of the times blue-black is more of the, on the controller side, but I think in this case it is not. So here, what can we do? We can block his Accursed Spirit if he decides to attack and then Grim Return it. We could also just attack ourselves, then sack it to Barrage of Expendables, kill off his Condor and block his Spirit. I don't know what I like more. Just go Canyon Minotaur. Now, will he attack? That's sort of the big question. And if he does, we just block and trade. But we can actually shoot it, block and trade. The thing is, we will get back an Accursed Spirit, but Accursed Spirit is not actually the best against black decks, so I don't really want Accursed Spirit back. I'd much rather have Bloodbane sticking around, but then again, Bloodbane and Barrage of Expendables sort of overlap. So I think what I am going to do is I'm gonna play the land, smack him with my Bloodbane, and he's probably just gonna... Oh no, he can give it flying. Stupid me. Oh no, we can attack with a Bloodbane, kill Concord before combat, and then get it back with Barrage and with Grim Return and block it. So that's what I'm going to do. That is my plan. So that is officially my plan. So before combat, we kill off Concord, sacking our Bloodbane. We could also just get Concord so that we have Concord for once, but no, let's not do that. Let's just Grim Return this guy back. Maybe it gets countered, that would be okay. Let's block this guy, trade it off, see what he can come up with. Yeah, we're still even on cards, by the way. No, we're down a card because we have this Barrage of Expendables. So that, it's really not the actual best. We're really not that far ahead. But he only has one Swamp with his Nightwing Shade, so his beatdown is going to be mediocre. I think with Concord and Cursed Spirit, his beatdown will really have been very strong. So I wanted to slow him down a little bit. He just pushes it. For a very short moment I thought he would go Ninja of T-Powers because I play too much Pauper. Let's just smack him with a Hill Minotaur, Canyon Giant, whatever. Some sort of combination of these words. Slam down another one. It's big about the brother. What does he have? He does have a Sea Kite of the Nephalia variety. Now that is interesting. But we're still ahead in the race, are we? Probably not. Probably should have Doombladed that guy, but I want to see what's happening first. Let's see, he hits us for 5, 10, 15, so 3 attacks, and we hit him for 6, 12, 13, 14. I think we're a little bit faster if things stay as they are. And his clock is not increasing if he draws a second mountain. So I still think we should just keep hanging around here, or so we just I don't know. I think we're still reasonably there we go. So we steal his guy, pump his guy, sack his guy. Yeah, that seems awesome. Let's steal his guy. See our counter spell. Does he have a cancel? That would be awkward. Probably doesn't, because he would have just snap cancelled this. So we steal his thing, bash with all our stuff, pump the thing, and then throw it at his face. I like this deck. He has Frost Breath, but that's only a temporary solution. Now I think we're still ahead in the race, especially with this Doomblade still around. So let's pump this thing up. And he has no cards in hand, so his speed down has diminished to being no beat down anymore. Ha! Take this. Your expendable Nightwing Shade will be flung to your face. So he has a 5-turn clock on us, and we have a 2-turn clock, a 3-turn clock on him, because we can't get to untap with those Minotaurs just yet. Let's see if keeping this Doomblade was actually worth it. Archaeomancer on Frost Breath. Yeah, I think now we should actually just kill off the Sea Kite, because otherwise we're going to be in trouble, I think. Or we can just draw Pitchburn Devils. And we can also throw Pitchburn Devils at the Sea Kite, or we could just run out the Pitchburn Devils, take our 2 damage. Oh no, he's gonna Frost Breath it again, you're right. Yeah, of course. Then if he Frost Breathes it, we can just throw it at him. Or at his Sea Kite, so to speak. Dealing him 1 damage in the process. And he probably has to, yeah, I just feel so much more comfortable with this Doomblade still around. Huh. Should we just take 2 now? Make him play his Frost Breath, so that we can get an attack in with the Sea Kite. I don't see ourselves dying to beat down here shortly. Except for when he has something like Sengi, but Sengi we can still take care of with Pitchburn Devils. Now he's just going to play Frost Breath. Yeah, I just want to keep this Doomblade around for as long as possible, basically. Let's see, we can deal 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9 damage to him with what we have on board. Unless he... yeah, we can kill this guy and then deal 9, but 9 is not 11. As you guys might know. His last card is a Frost Breath, by the way, we know that. Because this lady over there got it back. He's thinking about what to Frost Breath, I think it's pretty obvious. Yeah, that's the correct answer. So we're gonna smack him with our Devil. He is going to block or not? Is he blocking or not? No, so he goes down to 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. 2 if we count correctly, if we can sacrifice everything. That's 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Yeah, 2 is the correct answer. So we just let him go for the beatdowns if he desires to do so. Well, we should have played out this mountain actually, so just so we can sacrifice all of our stuffs. And if he goes for like Mark of the Vampire, we could still just blow him out. Now he might actually be dead if he doesn't block, or even if he... I don't want to throw away this game, but I think we can win right now. Festering Newt. Does that mean we can't win anymore? Let's see. We kill off his Festering Newt with one of our Minotaurs. We Doomblade his guy. Then we attack him for 3 down to 5 and ping 2 to him. Yeah, he's actually dead. He is actually just dead. Let's make sure we counter correctly. So we Doomblade the Archaeomancer. We throw one of our guys at this thing, killing it off. It's only until end of turn. And then we attack him for 3. He goes down to 5. We sack this thing for 4 damage. He goes down to 1. And we sack the other Minotaur to kill him off. Yeah, that should work out. Sack this. He minuses something, the other Minotaur. Doomblade this. Boom. He probably sees the writing on the wall. He refuses to concede. Altus Reap, okay. Altus Reap is also fine. So we smack him. Down to 5. Barrage of Expendables. The Pitch Burn Devils. Dealing 4 to him. And sack our Minotaur for the win. That's it. Game 1 in the books. So he is blue, black, sort of tempo-ish, but not the most tempo-ish. We haven't seen a Claustrophobia yet, so we don't want to bring in this other Altus Reap. Neither have we seen too many things that Dark Fae will be good against. What could we bring in? Maybe a Cyclops Tyrant, but then again, what is bad against him? Maybe this Regathon Firecatchers, because he has like Festering Newts. We could board this out for the Cyclops Tyrant, because I always wanted to try this guy out to just see if he's really as bad as he looks. I think I'm actually going to do that. Firecatcher seems terrible against him with all his Festering Newt action and also his 2/1s. I know he does some damage, but we don't have that much to push it through actually, and it won't trade against anything reasonable in this matchup. So yeah, let's just try out this Cyclops, the big mean one-eyed guy, which we immediately draw and immediately regret it not being a Regathon Firecat, which is always nice. We're not gonna mulligan this hand nonetheless. And we draw Blur Sliver, which is decent. It's a decent start. Again, we have a couple of sack outlets and nothing to sacrifice into. That's always the problem with combo, in brackets, combo decks, that you draw half of your combo and not the other half of it. Then just don't do anything. Yeah, see, if he goes Concord here, we just dead. No, we're just probably dead. Never gonna throw a third land and then just die to the beatdowns. Okay, it's also fine. Chandra. Is that a Chandra? I was waiting for you the whole tournament. So we're just gonna throw down a blocker, the weaker of the two we have. Then next turn hopefully draw a land and slam down this Chandra, which would be nice. Definitely, I definitely like that. Yeah, let's just block here. Let's not take any more unnecessary damages. Let's see what he follows this up with. Death Gaze Cockatrice. No! We needed that land. We needed that land. But if his 4-drop is only, in brackets, a Cockatrice, then we're actually fine. He still refused to attack with his Corpse Hauler. I would have attacked with Corpse Hauler. I mean, he has seen that we are sacrificed. Like, there we go. So I think Chandra just has to be the play, right? He can't. If he has a Sea Kite, she still goes down to 1, and we can protect her with a. Oh no, we actually can't. Yes, Sea Kite, Chandra is just going to die. But after drawing us some cards. So yeah, Chandra. Yeah, Chandra, please do not negate us. Please do not negate us. We deal 1 damage to him, 1 damage to this guy, and this guy can't block, and he can block anyways because he's dead. Dead as a doornail. He will sack it to get back his Child of Night, but we don't care. We're just gonna kill that one off as well. And that actually is good for us because it means that he doesn't have an Ephalia Sea Kite. So we just smack him with a Block Burn. And pass. See what this young fiery lady can do. She definitely looks nice. So he has nothing. He might just have a Sea Kite. Yeah, let's find out if he has the Sea Kite, shall we? Because if we attack now, he's definitely just going to slam down the Sea Kite. So he doesn't have a Sea Kite. That's good to know. That's definitely good to know. That means that we could probably just outrage this thing. Or let our Chandra go down to 1. Huh. I really want to draw land here. Because we kind of tunneled our mana. So I'm actually just going to do that. Just 0 it. We have Pitchburn Devils, which we can't play. That's unfortunate. So now I am... I don't know. I don't really know. Could just slam Arcani Minotaur as well. I don't know. Now I want to keep this Chandra around and think having the Outrage to protect her is definitely something. Because now he has to see Kite. Tricky guy. Very tricky guy. So we're gonna outrage something. So what do we want to outrage? We don't have any flyers ourselves, right? And do we have any 2 damage spells? No, but we have Barrage of Expendables, so I think I'm gonna... we still have Terror, or Doomblade for that matter. And we have this Pitchburn Devil that we don't have anymore, but we're just gonna outrage this thing. Let Chandra go down to 1. Maybe get some value off of it. We may play this card this turn. So we can't play our Pitchburn Devils anymore. That's unfortunate. He goes for a Nightwing Shade. So he probably, yeah, he will get our Chandra, unfortunately. That is not very cool. But he still has to double attack it, but he will get it. Because we can't deal with Nightwing Shade. So let's just draw a card again. We draw Molten Birth, which we could play. Yeah, let's just play this Molten Birth. That sounds like a plan. Get maximum value out of our Chandra. We win the flip. Hooray! We can get it back. So we just slam him with our Bloodburn. And he has to attack Chandra next turn. Goes down to 15. We don't have an Active Treason just yet. But drawing Active Treason would be nice here. Maybe we went a little bit too gimmicky on Chandra. Maybe we should just have gotten our value where we could. But we tried to do so. I mean, we did draw a card and just didn't draw anything we could play. Yeah, he bashes Chandra, and with this guy and us with the Nightwing Shade, that means he probably has a blocker, but we have this Goblin Shoal Cutter to make his blocker irrelevant, and he's at 15. This is his blocker. Does he have another one? He has, of course, the one we knew. Okay, so now he's a pretty low life. Not low life, but in virtual pretty low life, because that's +8, so we could 10 him if he doesn't block. But that's rubbish. I'm talking rubbish. So we just want to go for the Maulhorn here. It's just the meanest beater we have. So let's just smack him with Bloodburn. And he could block with his own Bloodburn, which he doesn't. Goes down to 13, and we just slam down the Maulhorn. The Horn of the Mauling variety. So we still have this Goblin Shoal Cutter, and we can play it and Doomblade or it and Molten Birth next turn, which might mean that he takes a lot of damage. But we have to see what he does first. Maybe we played the Chandra too early. Might just be possible, because if you don't have that many lands, her 0 ability can really screw you over, as it did with us. But I never played with Chandra, so I don't know. Really don't know, guys. What does he attack with? Only this one flyer. Okay. His Nightwing Shade can grow to a 1, 2, 3 to a 5/5. 5/5 is still not enough. He has a Cursed Spirit. Okay. We draw a Dragon Egg, which is solid with our Bloodburn. What does he want to block our Marauding Maulhorn with? Probably there's a Cursed Spirit. So we could just keep him off from doing that. And I'd rather have to deal with an Accursed Spirit than a Nightwing Shade, actually. So I am just going to play the Short Cutter, make his Accursed Spirit unable to block, and then slam with our 2 big ground dudes, and still have this Doomblade up and this Altus Reap up. But I'm actually willing to Doomblade his Nephalia Sea Kite by now. He's at 13, so he 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. He can take a couple of damage from. He can not block the Bloodburn, but it's risky because then he's in range of a lot of stuff. And this game is a little bit complicated. Captain Evil is proving to be a worthy finals opponent. And this deck is pretty sweet. I don't like Nightwing Shade, I don't like the Cockatrice, but apart from that I like all the cards he has. They do make sense in tandem. Bloodburn is also not the best in his deck probably. But still, he has a nice little deck here. Decides on what to block. My guess would be that he just throws Nightwing Shade in front of the Molehorn. Oh no, he just throws a Bloodburn and Child of Night in front of our Bloodburn. Okay, so we definitely want to sacrifice a token here, I think. Yeah, why not? Sack a token. And he's going to sack his Child of Night to this, yeah. So we sort of 2-for-1'd him, or we traded a token for his Child of Night and Bloodburn, and the token and the Molehorn, so the board got a little bit less complicated, but still not really sure if that was a good attack after all. Huh. Yeah, I'm just not sure about it. Let's see what he bashes with. He could attack with everything and just threaten to end the game. But he doesn't. He's a coward. You're a coward, sir. So we're definitely going to Doomblade his Sea Kite at the end of turn, unless he plays something even nastier, like a Water Servant. That counts as something even nastier. So he will have to block our Bloodburn. No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't. So maybe... Yeah, I want to Doomblade this guy right now. Just because I don't like this guy hanging around. Don't like it all that much. Let's see what we can do. Another Bloodburn. Huh. So if we attack with Bloodburn and he doesn't block it, he just takes 2. Then we can play our own Bloodburn and he can attack us back for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is not looking good. We just don't have the mana to do stuff. We have cards, but I think we just have to play defense now. Let's see. Dragon Egg gets to do with fire breathing, so yeah, we can play Dragon Egg. Then block and trade with the Sea Kite. But we might just lose to the Nightwing Shade. Yeah, I just think we have to play defense right now. Just because we have a lot of cards. We probably should have... It might have been correct to switch to defense mode even earlier and not attack before. But I mean, we had to attack with Molehorn. We would have just traded off Molehorn for one of his guys, which would have been okay at this point. So he can wait until he decides what to attack with. We can't block this Nightwing Shade, unfortunately. Not just yet, at least. If he just attacks with Nightwing Shade, he attacks with everything? Okay. So we can... Yeah, actually that makes total sense, because now we have to sack the Dragon Egg and not get value out of it just now. And he can then threaten to end the game with his Nightwing Shade down the line. So I think we really want to draw the Act of Treason here. One of our Act of Treasons. We have many acts. Okay, that sucks. So let's just sacrifice this as well. So we might as well. Now we're gonna take 6 damage. Yeah, I think we misplayed here. In the reason being that we should have gone gone defense earlier. Can we still do anything here? We probably just have to hope and Altus Reap into something. Let's see. We sacrificed the Short Cutter. Grim returned the Short Cutter. His guy can block. That's a 4-4, 6-6, 8-8. No, it's by far not enough. A very large margin. So let's just sack this elemental. Draw active treason in the land. No, we don't. So we just die. Okay, that was unfortunate. Yeah, I think we made a mistake in asserting the roles. We were not the beatdown. I think we were not supposed to be the beatdown this game. So what did we sideboard in again? We sideboarded in the Cyclops tire, which was terrible. So I think I'm gonna go back to the Ragathon Firecat, even though he has like small guys and all that stuff. But it's just maybe nah, it was too late. Maybe I should have put in Dragon Hatchling, but I don't even like the card. So this hand seems okay. It has active. See, now it's the other way around. Now we have stuff that was good with sacrifice effect, but no sacrifice effect. So it's just always the worst of both worlds. So tough. But this hand is definitely not a mulligan. I mean, if we draw a lamp, we can play most of our stuff. Even though it's not the best stuff, but we can still play it. Now we have the Altus Reap, which is very nice with Dragon Egg. See what he has. He has no turn 2 play. Okay, that's something. So we're probably just gonna... what happens if we play Ragathon Firecat here? What happens if we do that? If he didn't have a 2-drop, he probably has 3 drops, and we're probably willing to trade this off for any 3-drop. Active Freeze and Altus Reap is also pretty nice, at least if we're ahead. So that might have been a reason to play the Blur Sliver, because if we draw a land, we can then play Ragathon Firecat turn 4 and turn 5 Active Treason his guy and attack in, but he didn't. So when we draw another Active Treason, so we're just gonna go for the old aggro plan here, and he probably has Doomblade, but never mind. Doomblade could, I mean, Altus Reaping the stuff, okay, yeah, the bounce spell, but Altus Reaping the stuff he tries to Doomblade is definitely strong, but still we have so many cards that are strong with Altus Reap, so that doesn't really matter all that much. I don't like Archaeomancer for bounce, by the way. It just seems to delay the inevitable. So here, the Ragathon Firecat really doesn't do all that much anymore because he has this Archaeomancer. So we're probably just going to throw down the Bloodburn and smack him with our Blur Sliver. Intending to Active Treason whatever nasty thing he plays next turn. We should not F6. There's always a good reason to not F6 if you have Bloodburns there hanging around. Yeah, if he doesn't keep mana up. If he would have kept mana up, that would have been a problem, because then he could have bounced Bloodburn in response to us trying to steal his Water Servant. But now that he didn't do that, I think we're definitely just gonna nick his Water Servant, smash in for a bunch, and then sacrifice it to our Bloodburn. That sounds like a plan. Let's see, we're attacking for 7 here. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, that's definitely good. He goes down to 9, and we sack this thing to our Bloodburn. So 9 is not a ton. 9 is not a ton. He also decided to not block with us Archaeomancer. That might be because he wants to like do the old block and bounce trick. He has a Cockatrice. Okay, could also steal that. I mean, he still has his bounce, and his bounce kind of makes it awkward to steal. Okay, there we go. I think that's just way better. Just does way more pressure on him. Yeah, that was a pretty sweet draw. So we attack him, he goes down to 3, and then next turn, if he, depending on what he plays, we can just probably win with Active Treason. Still has this bounce, this purse. Right, he has Concord. Okay. So what happens if we Active Treason Concord? He can bounce Concord. So if we Active Treason Concord right now, he can then decide to if he wants to bounce the Bloodburn, but then he loses, so he can't do that. He can bounce his Concord, then we can attack with both, and he has to block the Bloodburn, taking 2. So that's also not the best for him. He can also just throw this Marauding Maulhorn in the mix here. Yeah, I think I want to wait on the active trees, and we could also just throw this Dragon Egg in the game. But then Dragon Egg is pretty weak against the bounce, but then again the bounce is what keeps him alive right here. So I'll just throw in this Maulhorn because it's pretty difficult to block. Let's see. No, I think I'm just gonna swing first. And just swing with these guys. He can block Concord and Bloodburn, but when we're just sacking the Blur Slave, oh no, then he just bounces it, right? Yeah, I think we're just gonna trade that away here. And then play Maulhorn. Then he can bounce this at end of turn. Now we lost our Sack Cutlet, but we still have this Altus Reap, and he's at such low life that Active Treason is still good, even without him having anything. Because now we can go for a big stabilization play, but then he just dies. If he goes for like a Zengi Vampire or something, that would be ideal. Or for a Nightwing Shade. Or a Liliana's Reaver. Should we just assume that he doesn't have anything and kill him? I think we should. Take this, villain. Take this, villain. Take this, Captain Evil. Your evil reign has ended. And we have officially won the draft. 8 sweet little packs. A season QP and the Chandra, which is not worth anything anymore because people have figured out is actually bad. So yeah, guys, that was our draft for today. We managed to win it, which is always nice, with a sweet little deck. Red Black Sacrifice doing its thing right here. Grim Return was awesome. The one game we actually pulled it off. The other game it just traded 1 for 1, which is, yeah, sort of suboptimal, but the one game where we could pull it off, it was really good. I wouldn't suggest picking this card that highly, however, but still, it's good fun. It could also work with Dragon Hatchling, by the way, you could get multiple dragons. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the draft. I hope you keep commenting eagerly as you have done in the past. I'm really glad that you guys like my videos that much, and that I get all this positive feedback. It makes me really warm and fuzzy inside in best croc manner, whatever this guy is called. Check the flavor text on pacifism if you don't know what I'm talking about. But yeah, if you have anything else to say, then yeah, just comment, contact me on the Pauper to the People forums, or anywhere you like, or on Magic Online. I'm always willing to answer your questions. Just don't ask me about Modern or Type 2 because I don't know anything about these formats. But if you have any question regarding Draft or Pauper, I gladly answer. And I want to shout out Dan here for letting me be a part of his channel. It really means a lot to me. I'm having tons of fun with recording these videos. And yeah, I think I'm just going to wrap it up here. Thank you very much for watching. This was Dom playing an 8-4 draft on Magic Online for MagicGatheringStrat, and I see you guys soon.